Laptops UG ebintu byonna ebigonzeza. Genda ku simu yo downloading ekigambo Laptops UG ojja kuba obikoze. Kati kankuwa ekyokulabirako. Wayagala okutunda okugula oba ekintu kyonna gamba nga eby'omu nnyumba ebyokozesa awaka ogenda ku Laptops UG n'onyiga mu kyoyagala era nekikutwala ewooyo akitunda n'ofuna n'ennamba ye. Siyuteya kubanga binyuma ate nga bisesa. Mwana yalunze kachayi kenjitu. Laptops UG, shop it online, have it delivered.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to everyone. Welcome to Extreme TV for Love. Right now we are having a guest, and we have our guest from London. He's going to introduce himself. But what I wanted to introduce to you today, that we've gone beyond what you used to. You've been used to seeing local content only, but we are able to cast a little further than this. Our guest today is very special. He's a very talented man with a lot of experience. He's been doing 1,000 things, but now it's you, the viewer, who are going to see and tell me. Then later, remember, as you're watching the Extreme TV, remember to subscribe if you've not subscribed. When you click on that subscription tag and the bell, you'll be able to receive every recording that we do on a daily. And you can review any message that you wish to record. That we've recorded. It's always there, kept on big server, and you'll be able to watch for next 100 years if you wish to hear that. Our guest, you're welcome. Please introduce yourself and let people know your names, what you do, and where you work.
Thank you, Mr. K, the man with so many things now. This is Extreme TV for Love. I am very happy to be talking to you from London. My name is Joseph Bamwenda, because I am from Bunyoro side. But you will see I have got so many names. People call me different names for different reasons. But it is very interesting to see that my fellow Ugandans actually have embraced the digital revolution, because probably 20 years ago, never mind 20 years ago, even 10 years ago, this wouldn't be possible. Now we are talking. I live in London, but I am very much Ugandan. And I am a passionate Ugandan. I'm trying to promote Uganda as much as I can. As you can see, I have got a cup of Uganda Airlines, because just recently I had an opportunity to meet the CEO of Uganda Airlines. Can you imagine that? So I know there are so many things that we can say, but as I always say this, Ugandans are the most creative people on the whole planet. If given the chance and the freedom to do so, they would be like any other person. They would be like any other person from different parts of the world. And you have to remember, we don't have the resources that we should have. But hey, people are doing things. So I don't know how much you want me to talk about. I probably will ask Kagolo to create a special program so that we can actually see what comes from the diaspora. It is plenty, but we can always combine. You know, when I was in Uganda in July, Kagolo, you took me everywhere. And in fact, I'm very, very, very grateful what you did for me. I met people from TV, I met people from radio. So now I can see your dedication. All we are lacking in Uganda is to have proper resources and to have proper education about media. I am not sure whether I'm saying the right things. So now let me ask you. So whatever I have said now, please, you have to guide me, because for me, I can talk for 6 months non-stop when I start speaking. You see, I was so impressed by Ugandans, what they are doing back home. As I've said, that if there are resources, you guys, you can do a lot of things because the talent is there. You see, first of all, now, like we have got challenges with internet connections. Can you imagine? If you had the same things that we have here, you guys, you would be untouchable. So, yes. And you asked me a question. Maybe I didn't mention where I told you my name, but I am a Munyoro. Yes, Munyoro. Yes, I'm a grandson of Kabalega. Big time. Yes, big time.
We're definitely going to ask you a few things about the background. I'm sure uh, you've learned a lot about Kabalega, Buganda, about culture for Buganda and Bunyoro. We're definitely going to talk more about it. But there is this important issue of people in diaspora tend to know more, and people back in Uganda, they get to learn very little. I mean, one of the reasons why we had to connect and have you in London tell us about Uganda, let people believe Uganda is good, let people know that Uganda is not like the Uganda used to hear and know of. You know, we are opening up boundaries. Boundaries, why we're lacking behind is because of lack of knowledge. If we get these programs, 1 or 2 every week, Ugandans will be able to know and understand and appreciate what we have. So right now, I would like you to tell us how many years, how long have you been living in UK? Do you have a family there? What do you do? What have you been doing? What have you achieved? You know, all that. Please, the microphone is yours.
Okay, right. I have lived in the UK now for maybe over 30 years now. But yes, when you talk about achievement, I'm not sure how I can, because you see, achievement is incremental. We learn every day. We try to increase our knowledge every day. So by that I mean, okay, when I came as a musician here in the UK. So, and I'm still making music, by the way. And I'm still producing music. Basically, I am a music producer. I write, I record, and of course, put it out there. And most of you, you know Afrigo. I have recorded 3 albums for Afrigo here in the UK. And one of the famous songs that ever known by Afrigo or Bangaina, I am the one who recorded that song in London. And believe me, until today, it is the most viewed video. And the video, in fact, it is not all that really like a fantastic video production. No, we did it live in the studio. when they were promoting their music over here. So and then when you say achievement, I don't think I have not achieved what I want yet, but I know how I measure achievement is that when I meet young people and speak to them, I give them some knowledge of what they can do and how to utilize, whether it's recording equipment or video cameras. And once they come out and do something good, I am happy. I am totally happy. Yes, I have got a family. I am married to a beautiful woman, and we've been married for 25 years. She is an artist. She's a PhD holder. Her name is Dr. Askew. And I have got a daughter who lives in Berlin, but she's going to live in New York. She's decided she wants to go and live in New York. You know, she told me, I asked her, why are you going to New York? And she says, well, why did you come to the UK? Because you see, the freedom that we have here, young children can ask you questions that we were unable to ask back home. So I think I have jumbled up so many things. Now, what I've been striving for is this. Everything that I do, some of it I taught myself, some of it I went to university to learn. I have got a BA honors degree in audio technology. So that is in a nutshell, and that's it. And that is a man called Jay. Man called Jay. Many people call me a man called Jay. Now, it would be very interesting to see how far we can go. But you know, when I came to London, when I came to Kampala with you, you know, you drove me everywhere. We had these yes, man. And another guy, Kizito, that's another guy, we have to say kudos to him. Now, what we want to do, all the knowledge that I have gathered in audio technology, video technology, I just want to come to Uganda. We create something that is like an educational program. Let us run workshops. Now, as you have maybe you don't know, we had a plan to bring manufacturers of video cameras, audio equipment. So I have been contacting my friends to make sure that we bring these shows down to Uganda in Kampala. But however, we have got so many challenges. Maybe most of you guys, you don't know that Uganda is under sanctions. So say, for example, some companies, they will refuse to trade with Uganda. If you want to buy proper equipment to bring to Uganda through correct channels, they will tell you, we don't want to trade with Uganda. And you know, America is the most bully country, and the UK too. You know, we live in it, but believe me, we have got our own challenges here. So I'm not sure whether I have answered your question, or maybe I need to elaborate more.
Ffe wano ku Extreme Arts tugamba nti jangu recordinge naffe oleme kwejjusa gambanga music omulungi quality nga yakabi nungi okuzaama ate tukola ebintu bingi gambanga obulango music videos tulina ne offer ate offer ojja kimanya ng'otuuse wano jangu tukole jangu ofune ekirungi ate kinakkirizibwa buli wamu kubanga buli kyuma kiweetaaga okukola ekirungi ku Extreme Arts Records tokirina tojja kusanyuka okukolagana naawe kubanga ky'onojjayo ate buli omu ajja kyagala jangu tukole. Extreme TV for love.
I definitely have a lot of questions to ask Mr. Baguma or the man JJ.
Bamwenda.
Bamwenda.
Yes.
Mr. Bamwenda, Orunyoro Manyiri.
Olunyolo ndumanyire. Olunyolo ndumanyire empako yanga atenyi.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
First of all, we needed to know your background back in Uganda.
Okay.
We need to know how much are you attached to the kingdom of Bunyoro, to your culture. Then later we moved into the music industry.
Okay.
One by one, go to culture, then back together.
Right. So my background, basically, I am from Bunyoro. Now, the district is called Kivale district. That's where I come from. You know, now Uganda is being chopped up into so many districts. So I am from Kivale district. I went to Mugalike Primary School. Most people will know what is Mugalike Primary School, and in fact, I was so happy to meet the head of HR at Uganda Airlines. He went to the same school as me. So, but of course, if you,
is that school still there?
Oh yes, the school is still there, very much so.
Mine was sold off.
Yes. Yes. So now, when you say how much am I attached to the Bunyoro kingdom, but let me talk about school days, because when I was going to school, I started actually playing music when I was 11 years old. 11 years old. Yes, that's when I started playing music. That's when I got my first acoustic guitar. My mother bought it to me. Bought it for me, and since then I have, and even that was actually in primary school. Then I went to Mpanga Secondary School, that is in Fort Portal. In Fort Portal, I had a brother there in the army, in the 2nd paratrooper. He was a sergeant major, so I lived with him there. Then after secondary school, I came back home, Kaitemba, where I grew up, in the small village of Kaitemba. And then I had a band of Congolese musicians. So these Congolese musicians, they were walking, they didn't know where they were going. And because I liked music so much, I had to retain them. And then my brother had a big house, so I had a room for them. Yeah. And then we started making music, and that is how I came to learn Lingala. I can speak Lingala proper Congolese. Oh yeah. Yes. Sango malam. Makambo na yo. Ozolo banini biso tozale awa na Londres.
Wow.
Yes. So that is how I began doing music. But then again, after that, I joined the 2nd paratrooper band, playing guitar. From there, I went to Mbarara. There is a guy called Keinowisho, very rich man with a nightclub. The guy liked music. So I formed a band. We played in Mbarara. You know, now I'm going bulletins here.
It's
From
okay.
Mbarara,
It's okay.
then
Go
I joined the police. I joined the police band in Zambia.
Wow.
Yes.
Which year was that then?
Yeah. Oh, that was in late 70s.
Wow.
Yes.
So
yes.
you're the backbone. You're the backbone of music in Uganda. Go on, please.
Yes. And then from there, what I did, after joining the police band, and then, with the time of Idi Amin, then I went to Suicide Massacre band. I also was there. And then from there, oh yeah, from there I came back to Kampala. uh, uh, God, I'm forgetting the nightclub. You'll have really to forgive me, but I know I have played in one of the nightclubs in either Natete or no, that was towards the towards the end of Idi Amin's regime. Yeah. So then in 1980, I set off for Nairobi. So I was in Nairobi for 10 years. Yes, we formed a band with my brother. Uh, the band was called the Earthquake, the Mighty Earthquake Band. This was the biggest band in 1982 and 1983 in the whole of East Africa. Believe me, one day I will show you our newspaper cuttings, TV shows, everything. And I recorded one of the famous songs in Kenya called Kutangatanga. Big time. It was number one in Zimbabwe, 3 months. Yeah. And then in Kenya, it played through on the radio throughout 82 until 86. Until today, people still refer to that song, Kutangatanga. Then, and then I decided, no, I need to change avenue. I had a very good manager from Australia, so he organized for me to come to the UK with a rock band, because I can play all kinds of music. By the way, I can play rock music, I can play jazz music, and I can play our own music. Yes. So, and this is the reason why I have now, after gathering all that knowledge of different music and stuff like that, now I am concentrating on recreating our folk songs, Ugandan folk songs, but in a modern way. Now, people, they always think that you have to do something new. Uganda has got so much, it's so rich in culture. I don't know how even to start explaining it. The folk songs that we have in Uganda, if you translated them, that is another thing altogether. You see, and this is why these days I don't argue with anyone. If someone say, "Well, I'm the best rap, I am the best this," I say, oh, "Go ahead, my friend. You are best, but you have to realize that." You see, let me touch on this. When the colonials came, they took away everything from us. They took away how we think. They stopped our culture. That is including medicine and critical thinking. So now, as we speak, there are some people here in the diaspora, and especially those who are born here, but with the Ugandan heritage, do not want to be associated with Uganda because they think Uganda is very low. Uganda is it is not hip, and this is where we need to correct them. You see, a guy like you, Kagolo, you are the man now to go into the villages. I have seen some of the programs you have made, which is very good. It is talking about how Wakiso, everything. I watch. But I will tell you one thing. I know I have digressed because I know my stories are micro stories, but I want to to compact them. I came to Uganda in 2011. I met a Japanese woman. This Japanese woman asked me one question, that why is it that I am watching Ugandan TV, but I cannot see Ugandan documentaries made by Ugandans? You hear that point? So, yes, very important. Now, we need to make sure that we start selling Uganda. Now, let me go back to the Bunyoro Kingdom. I am a Munyoro. You know, like you guys, the Baganda people, how you are very much attached to the Buganda Kingdom. By the way, Bunyoro Kingdom is the father of all kingdoms in Uganda. So, but that is another day. That is another day. Yes, that's another day. Now, when we talk about Kabalega, I am very, very, very much passionate and attached to Kabalega because of the things he did. You see, if I tell you today, if it wasn't Kabalega, we would be speaking Arabic. Note that. Yes. Do you know why? Because the colonials, when they came to Bunyoro, they wanted to put an Egyptian man as a middle person to communicate between Bunyoro and the colonials, the British. Now, Kabalega, being Kabalega, you know, he fought this German guy called Emeni Pasha and Samuel Baker. So, according to the British, they thought that the Bunyoro are inferior. They cannot handle diplomatic affairs. But Kabalega, you know, he had a motto. His motto was conquer or die. So he told the conquer or die. Conquer. Yeah? Conquer or die. See, that means instead to be taken captive, you would rather die fighting. So, but you have to remember, also Kabaka Mwanga joined Kabalega because Kabaka Mwanga realized that the British, they were manipulating the Baganda people. You see, Kabaka Mwanga discovered that quick. So he decided to join Kabalega to fight the British. So all these propaganda and you see, Bunyoro and Baganda are the same people. But that is another day.
Laptops UG ebintu byonna ebigonzezza. Genda ku simu yo downloading ekigambo Laptops UG ojja kuba obikoze. Kati kankuwa ekyokulabirako. Twayagala okutunda okugula oba ekintu kyonna. Extreme TV for love.